Welcome back to another lovely day at Washington International Airport. We're doing lovely here. We have everything that we need to have kind of started and going. We expanded our runway, so if you remember, the runway used to end, this was the farthest out runway, now it goes all the way out here. Planes are landing and taking off quickly and efficiently. I'm thinking about maybe putting another taxiway over in this area, because you see how far they have to taxi before they can actually get to where they want to go. If we can alleviate that a little bit, just so we get the runway cleared off faster, that might be good. But things are happening. Planes are taking off, landing. We have our kind of smaller planes as far as people being used. They're going in and out very quickly. It's pretty efficient, and we have four different airlines, should I say, getting taken care of here. Now, commercial planes should never have to wait for general aviation, but that's just a weird little thing that this game does. So they're all going out, and you can see how long that this is going to be a problem for us, this taxiway thing, where it's taking a long time for planes to get in and out. We're going to need to add on an additional area for these planes to take off very soon. We're one for takeoff and one for landing, just so that if we have planes coming in like that, we don't have to wait on them. We can have all the planes go quickly and easily out, because we should have a whole bunch of commercial planes coming in soon to fill in those spots. And it looks like we have the first of the commercial planes down for the day. So, yeah, there's a lot we need to do, a lot we need to take care of, and our runways is almost maxed out. It almost goes all the way to the end. I might actually build this and expand it until it goes to the end. What happens if we do that? So, if we go through, and let's expand this or upgrade it. Can we upgrade it to the north anymore? So yes, we absolutely can. It looks like we probably do another 2 or 3 spots. There we go. And we've maxed out our runway. Now the plane's going to taxi all the way down there with a tree in the middle of the runway. That's going to be a problem. I'm not super thrilled with that. But we're good there. We're good everywhere else. And then we just need to kind of get the rest of this thing honed in and ready to go. So it's going to be 20... And that's not there because we just can't build all the way to the end. And then we'll do our taxiway nodes. And then this one is going to be set like that. And I built those as grass, didn't I? You can tell the difference because they have those little lines, whereas the regular ones have wording there. So I need to go back to my taxiway and make sure that's asphalt. It'll cost us a little bit more money, but that's okay. And I need to get some construction workers out there to do that. They are in operation, construction, deploy everybody. So that will get done. It's going to take us a little bit of time, and we spent a whole lot of money to do that, but I think it was worth it to try to get everything up and running the way it needs to be. We can see that there's people filing out here as far as our workers go. There's a bunch of boxes kind of just sprawling out all over the place. And we'll get that stuff in there and start up. But we have the maximum size runway that this game can support currently set up. There's no rhyme or reason for these exit and entry points other than that this used to be the old exit. And that's pretty much all there is for the reason why that exists. So, yeah. But we have a couple planes getting ready to skedaddle here for the day. Taking their sweet, lovely time wherever they want to go. And those guys apparently don't care about grass, and they're taking off and they're out of here. I really wish that tree would go away. That's going to bother me a lot, that tree's there. But otherwise, we're doing good. The commercial flights are leaving as necessary. We're getting everything set up. We are making money, sort of. And we're going through. So our next steps here are to start really going through and designing how we want this terminal to be set up. The main question is, do we want flights on this side and then have them go out, and then more flights on the other side, or just have it be on one side? I'm personally kind of tempted to leave them on both sides. I don't know how many we can fit in there, but I'm tempted to do that. I think that sounds like an interesting idea. That we could support some bigger planes and go through it. Yeah, I know I don't have enough money. Leave me alone. So if I built that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the tarmac. I can, looks like, get 1, 2. I can get at least 2. And then once we get over past this area, I should be able to get another few there. And I'm going to put another runway on this side. And then we have a whole bunch of areas for expansion, which sounds awesome. Because if we keep this central kind of corridor going, we can really just have flights exist on here and then have to go around or do a lot of things. So I could really just build something out here, have a taxiway on this, and make all the planes line up along here. Then have a big U shape, maybe have, I don't know, like a big eye or something, where there's a big terminal here and a big terminal here, and then like a little small terminal on the inside. But I can get flights on both sides ready to go. I don't really have that many planes and that many contracts right now, so that may not even be necessary, but it's an interesting thing to play with. And let's go and get some more signatures in here. Since we're only have small, we don't have any of the big ones as far as the whatchamacallits go, the gates, so we can't really do anything with those, but we can get everything else set up. So let's get our flights in there. They're going to be at the 15s. I like giving just a little bit of space just in case there's a problem with one of the flights. We can maybe try to avoid disaster if that's a possibility. Maple. Okay, you're going to be at the 30s. And I didn't notice for a long time in this game, but the little spots here show you the time, how long it's on the ground, and all of that. 3 hours seems a little excessive to me to be on the ground for these small planes, but that's just me. And then Skylink, you are going to be on the hours. Well, let's put you on the 45s. So now we have planes taking off and landing, but they're always going to be offset by just a little bit, which I think is a good thing for us here. And then I'm going to put the rest of these, let's see, so that exists there. You're going to be on the zeros. And we'll get our last Skylink plane up there. The zeros. So they're all in there, well, nice and good. I probably could have moved that one back and gotten more flights in for the Maple, because I still need 3 of those, and they'll be completed on Tuesday morning. So you're at 9 o'clock, and then you are finally at that one. And I have all of, oh no, I have the CLs still to take care of. Alright, so you're going to be at the 15s. Fantastic. So I have all those taken care of. Flights are ready to go. I wish the contracts lasted a little longer so that I didn't have to do that all so often, or that it automatically scheduled them. That would be fun too. Alright, let's get our construction guys and dismiss all, because they're filling up this room like crazy. Look at all of them. And it's ridiculous. Get on the bus, get out of here. Look at this line they're making. They're going there. But yeah, we have everything set up. I don't know why that one there. There we go. Now we have the proper signage that I want there. I'm not sure why that isn't lit up. It should be lit up, shouldn't it? I'm not sure why that's not working there, and why there's just a random spot of dots there, and nothing else. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not going to worry about it. But I think I'm really tempted to do just a long strip of stuff coming up. Now I do need to make sure that there's an additional kind of third layer of taxiway that has those handled, because I just think it's going to be necessary to do that. I am gonna get like 25 contractors, and they'll just kind of be on staff all the time for building because I have stuff I need to do, and they definitely need to help me with that. So let's go in here, get some asphalt, and we're gonna start just connecting out some of these. So flights are taking off as far as our morning flights are getting out of here. Not sure what you're waiting on. Okay. And they're going. It'd be nice if they just like knew one of them, the inside one closest was to go down and then the other one was for departures, but whatever. I'm sure we'll get some more fine-grained stuff here soon on all of that. I saw that plane went up here because I don't have a taxiway in there yet. So it didn't know that it could use that. So I need to make sure I add that on there. So it's ready to go. Taxiway nodes, come on. Get that one there. And then we're going to have another one going here. All the way onto there with this one being a runway ahead. Oh, excuse me. And yeah. We have stuff being built, the last of those are being set up, and we're looking good. The other part that's kind of intriguing to me about setting it up that way, as far as having stuff go up, is that our trucks here will be able to just kind of ride up the side of that, which I think is not a bad idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I don't think it's a bad idea. So let's go in and add some more foundational stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want that going all the way up here. I'm not really going to do anything else other than leave that as is, because that part is going to be where our big flights are going to connect into. So I'm not going to worry about that quite yet to get that set up. But I do want to start talking about getting our medium-sized stuff on there. Now, I can't afford it right now, and that's okay. But we're going to, I think, at least add 3 of those gates. So I need $450,000 just for that. And then I'm going to need to add on a whole bunch of terminal kind of stuff to get that going. So we have some work to do. That's okay. We'll get there. We just need to take our time and make sure that we have this all set up nice and easy like. So we'll do that. This area over here is going to be used for a baggage claim in the future once I figure out how to make baggage trays and stuff, because I don't know how to do that yet. Yeah, we'll be good to go. But the planes are flying in, we're getting money. We do have one passenger who's having problems, can't find the check-in desk. That happened yesterday, so... You can't find the check-in desk, guys. Come on, this isn't hard. A whole bunch of these people. They're trying to get there. Oh, because there's not a crosswalk. They can't get across the street. Oh my goodness. I've had all of these people waiting to get to where they're supposed to go, and they can't because there's not the tools they need to get there. I'm sorry, guys. You're just on an island floating in the middle of nowhere. I apologize. Alright, hopefully, well, we're putting on this, so we're going to deploy all of our contractors and hope that we can get a whole bunch here and get stuff figured out quickly and easily so that we can get them going. But just a few minutes ago we were down at $39,000. Now we're already up at 56, so we're doing good as far as cash flow goes. And they already built those things. You can see that this area where cars were dropping people off or picking them up is clearing out, so that's a good sign. And hopefully we don't have any more stuck passengers. And now we're just running into problems with security. And a person can't locate... I'm sorry, I don't know what your problem is. I also don't like that escape doesn't clear out the notifications. If game developers ever watch this or you get a chance to communicate with them, tell them that escape should get out of everything. Like when there's a notification, if I want to hit escape, it should close it out. It shouldn't open up my menu. Escape closes out everything else in this game except that. It drives me crazy. So yeah, but we're doing good. I mean, we have a lot of people working on our airport, getting things done. I have no idea how realistic this triple setup is, but I'm hoping that these two are used to get kind of the flights in, and then they'll come through and they'll be able to go up here. I probably am going to have to add some type of switch point here so that they don't have to go down this ramp, but that's not a big deal. And I think the last pieces that we're going to do as far as the big time planning is we're going to start getting some of our stuff in here. To do that though, we're going to have to take a loan out. So I'm going to go to economy, I believe it's at, and budget and loans. Real quick, if we look at the budget for the day, I should make $120,000. You see how it's not accurate? It just kind of keeps going up and resets. I'm not a big fan of that. So it's kind of hard to tell if you're actually making money or not. Now, I think I am, but it just calculates odd and goes through. And our yearly budget is significant. Okay. But let's go through and let's go into a loan, see if we can find anything. And we are approved for $1.5 million at 3%. Boom, we will take that in an instant. That is a fantastic deal. We're also going to check very quickly, do we have any contracts for planes? Yes, Stripe Air. We're going to sign you, and we just want to make sure that our gates are staying full all of the time. Because if they're not, we are losing potential money here. So you're going to be on the 30s. And then we'll also put you on the 15s and get that entire contract done in one day. Hopefully. If everything goes to plan here, which it's going to. So get that one in there, and then this one will be on the 15s. Alright. So yeah, we're destroying contracts right now, just getting them in and out and done, and I still want these lesser ones to go away, and also the ones that are it's basically the same. They're not that important. Alright, so our next step here is to go into infrastructure, and a medium stand. I'm going to put on, I think, 3 of them to start off with here. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll speed up the game a bit, get those built, and see where that leaves us for being able to construct things for down the road here. Because if I build up a few of them, let's say we go up here, then we bring it over, we can have it kind of go down, up, and down, and up. I don't know. But we're going through. No, I don't want to delay the flight. Get rid of it. Planes should not be delayed. No. Don't wait on them. They missed their flight. That's their fault. Let's repair that one. Are there any upgrades we can get to it? Nope. Let's repair that one. Because these are getting used every day. This is the only one that's really not being used all that much. And these ones, yeah, they're getting beat up as well. Again, I wish there was a automatic repair or staff that you could hire that would do that. Make life a little bit easier for some of these things. Okay. So we have our first few gates in there. I'm going to slow the game down. I want to upgrade that to asphalt because everything else is asphalt and it's going to bother me. It's a complete and utter waste of money, like really giant waste of money, but I don't care. I just need to make sure that my brain can handle that. Alright, so now we're going to go in and add a foundation. We're going to start off by just connecting that in there. And let's see, how far over does that go? So, start that off there. Not a giant area, but big enough. And then this one's going to come up here. And let's say it's going to go over 10. Does that make sense? Sure. We'll have it go over 10. And then we'll start getting things built and ready to go. So we'll speed the game up again. We are not able to open this gate up quite yet. But if you look at our contracts, we should have some, yeah, we have some bigger planes and bigger airlines that we can support here once we get those built. We can't do it quite yet, but we will be able to soon. And that's what we need. So our guys are going in and knocking that out and getting everything built. And we should be ready to rock and roll here very shortly. The only other thing I'm probably going to do is build the rest of this foundation from here out to here, and that's eventually going to be our baggage claim area. I think probably the lower half, and the upper half will be security and getting all that stuff and people out through there. So while we're doing that, let's get some items in here. We need the boarding desk, so we're going to do that. We'll rotate that around. Oh, this needs to be a secure zone first. So I need to tell that it's secure zone, and then I can go through and actually start doing some more stuff with this. But we're going to get this built up first as being a fairly large area. We're going to also eliminate this wall here. And they're going through and they're working like rabbits to get that done. They got that built pretty quickly. And we just need to go through and finish up the rest of that. And I do want a wall right there. I'm not sure why that one didn't come along, but we do need absolutely a wall right there. Just in that spot. The next thing we're going to do is add on some security. And we want them going in, maybe start at that wall and kind of go across a bit. So I need to set up areas, and I need to get this to be a secure area from here all the way up to there, from here down to there, and then this whole area here is going to be a secure spot. Alright. And now I should be able to go to items and add on a security checkpoint here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to put a wall next to that. Not quite how I wanted it to be, but that's okay. That's okay. Not everything works out in life the way you want it to. And we're going to do that as well. Oh, maybe that does work out, because I could put a secure exit right here and have people just kind of jump out of that. Or I could put the secure exit over here, which probably is a better idea. I never know what I'm doing with these games. So let's go through. Let's bring that wall all the way up here. We're going to put on a couple doors down in this area, wherever they're at. I don't understand why doors are in structures, but other things aren't. It makes no sense to me. Not my game, but again, I want things to make sense, and some of this just does not make sense to me. Then we're going to go to infrastructure, and we want, nope, we're going to items, and we want a secure exit. And we'll just put it up here for right now. I think we're probably going to change that down the road a bit. But for right now, that is okay. And then medium doors right there and right there. So we have that set up. I'm going to slow the game down so I can build the queue. Nope. Let me build the queue here. Alright, that one. I'm going to build the queue for this one. is not the best plan I've ever had, but that's okay. I don't think it's going to be quite as busy as what I'm building it to be, so it should be alright. Now, I don't like that. Let's go back and build this. I don't know how to do anything else here. So, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that for right now. Let's get our gate agents in there. So our boarding desk. 1 and 2. I'm going to have 2 for each one because we're dealing with bigger planes. And I just want to make sure that we get them turned around in time. Although it doesn't seem to be a problem for me so far to get the big planes taken care of. But I just want to make sure that we don't have any issues. We're going to go back to the structures and floor. And let's do like bright on the outside and then lighter colors on the inside. So I'm just going to have it be a line of, let's do a line of 5 here. And it's going to go all the way up. Do the same thing over here. Line of 5. I'm just going to bring it down to here for right now. And then the floor itself is... Let's go with a lighter floor. Maybe this one. I don't know if we've used that too much so far. I'm not really thrilled with that. It's a little ugly. So... Whoa. Started typing. I didn't mean to. So floors, and we'll go with this darker color. Okay. And we'll place that in here. Like so. And basically all this does is tells me where I'm going to basically have gates is in the white, and everything else is kind of not in that area. So we're getting those set up. I should probably set up my taxiways at this point. So we'll bring that all the way up here. Probably should have some cross stuff at some point here, but that's okay. We'll figure that out a little later. This is going to connect to that stand. This is going to connect to that one. This is going to connect to that one. Alright, and then you are going to connect here, and you are going to connect there. Alright, so we have the basic setup for things. Let's go on and open that stand up. It is turned on to commercial flights. It has all of its stuff. This one we're going to do the same thing with. And this one, we can't do general aviation to that, which is nice. I actually really like that feature. Let's go in and add a couple seating areas. So we kind of have that. So I'm going to go 1, 2 away. 2 away. I have no idea if this is a good setup or not. It's kind of ugly, but that's okay. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that there's that much space in between those. Let's go back and figure that out a little bit better here. So if we go between there... Okay, that's better, because then we can kind of even them up on both sides of the airport. Alright, then that leaves this giant area for bathrooms, for shopping centers, or for whatever the heck we need. But it doesn't seem like we've needed a whole bunch in there. And let's fast forward here. Make sure we get those. Let's go into our contracts. I'm going to pause the game and just see if we can get some of these big boy airplanes. So this one expires in 8 days, which I like a lot. It takes a lot more to get that in there. and this requires 15 medium class flights. We can assign that. We definitely can handle that. And we have our medium stands, all 3 of them set up and ready to go. So air starter, that is going to be a CJR. So put that out. Let's put that at, can we get it at 15? Alright, so that will be at 15. This will be at 15:15. And then this one will be at 15:30. And then we'll go into Wednesday and really just start loading up on these big planes. Ten to 14. This will be a 15. Oops. 15. Notice these planes take a lot longer here. They're on the ground for 4 hours as opposed to the other ones that you're only on the ground for just the 15 or the 3 hours. These are on the ground for 4 full hours. And they're definitely bigger planes. Like we have a Boeing 737 here. Not giant planes by any means, but bigger than what we've had before. And this one's going to be at the 30s. And I'm thinking that we might need to close this whole airport down to the general aviation here pretty soon, because if we run into a problem, we're definitely going to want to have... mainly what I'm thinking is that you saw how some of the planes had to wait for those general aviation planes before. That can't happen with these bigger planes because they're worth way too much money. Like this guy, I don't know, a BAE 146, I don't know what that is. It's another 737 CJR. So we have some significant planes that are going to be landing here in a little while. And I don't know if I want to have all of these little planes as far as the other ones kind of go through and do their thing. But I want to keep going forward here. We're going to kind of stop once we get our first big plane in, or our first set of 3 big planes in, and we'll see how that works. But we have our security exit. This will be our baggage claim area. And eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to close a lot of this off, where this will be the secure exit area and baggage claim, and then there's going to be a pathway out to this side to do the other parts of the airport. I think that's what we're going to do. But we have a long time to go between now and then, because we have lots to do. I'm going to send all those contractors away at this point because I don't need them. And hopefully, we'll be able to get all of our planes refueled, everything set up and ready to go here. I may consider putting on another vehicle depot up in this area just to have additional support for all of our flights and such, which I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have to bring back some workers. So let's get 25 again. Deploy all of you guys, and there we go. So we have people lining up for all of these. I'm not sure why they're not getting in lines for this one here. Let's just say that's an employee one only. But you guys can use this one. I'm not sure why they're not using it, but that's okay. I'm not gonna get mad. And we have our first big plane. What does that symbol mean? So we have a few weird little symbols popping up. I'm not sure what that means, so let's go and see if there's any of our services that we can... Let's turn off the ramp agent and see if that fixes the problem. So they're getting fuel. And I don't know, but money is flying in right now. We are definitely making some money with everything. I don't know what that symbol means. Please tell me what that symbol means. So ground service round in progress. I don't know what that means. We don't offer any services really, but planes are loading up. And maybe I just don't have the qualified staff or enough staff to handle all of these guys, but they're loading up. This one? What's going on with this one? Boarding's in progress. Boarding is in progress. They're missing 8 people. Where are my 8 people at? Those guys are just set and ready to go there, and our plane has left. Flight is leaving, and then we should have our last flight leaving there as well. So maybe I should go a little slower with everything. I don't know. I definitely tend to go quickly with these. I'm just going to really quickly close that stand, open it back up, and it seems like that, whatever that problem is, close and open back up. And I did disable the ramp agents, but that seems to have solved our problem. So whatever that issue was, it is gone now. Are we going to reach our contract with this? Contract's not done, and there's no way we're making that. And there's definitely no way we're making that one either. That's okay. This airport's not that big, not that busy, and we're okay with everything there. But we're going to start really expanding this airport. We're going to add on another gates here, and I really would like gates all the way up, quite honestly. But with that said, we're probably going to need to add some more jets, or jet fuel trucks. And I believe it's in economy and procurement. And we want the fuel trucks. Let's add on, like, can we do 10? Do we have place to put 10? Let's put them in. Why not? Let's see what happens. So we have those, and they'll be able to get in here and head up and run through the airport. We only have one truck in there. You know, we have a bunch of trucks there. But I think we are in good shape. The airport is rocking and rolling, and everybody is looking good. That's all for this episode. In our next one, we'll continue our expansion and figure out what the heck that symbol means, why it happens, and what's going on with it. But we have a ton of trucks that have just delivered to us, and they're all going to get a bunch of fuel, which is going to drain our tanks immensely here. So they're going through, they're doing their thing. Hopefully some of them start parking in this one. And they are rapidly depleting our fuel stock reserves for our overall fuel dump there. But they're going in. They're not, have finally one fuel truck that has decided to go in there. And wow, that is a lot of fuel trucks. Yeah, so that's going away. I'm assuming that there's going to be another emergency refill here shortly. I think once they get around 10%, they automatically come and refill. And it's going to need to do that because we are rapidly running out of gasoline for our, or jet fuel, should I say, for our stuff. But we only have 20 kiloliters out of our 200 kiloliter tank here and our 40 kiloliter tank there. So that's going to be a problem for us. And yeah. But we'll deal with that later. The airport is rocking and rolling. We should have flights starting to come in soon. And if we look at our flight planner, we have a pretty full day for the big guys, but not much happening for the small flights. So in our next episode, we'll take care of that. We'll work on expanding the airport, and I will see you then.